What's up, dog? This way. Well, this has not gone to plan.
Well, you could say that again. Welcome back. So what you see here is an overly optimistic version of me, armed with the camera, ready to storm a magnificent hill that's just off camera there. And there's a splendid view from the top from an old fort. Originally, I thought this would be a bit of a breeze, but plot twist, it was not. So this is day one attempting to do this. It was quite frankly a disaster. But we regrouped and did this on a week later. But to start with, we'll take a quick look at the first attempt to this, and then we'll get to the proper attempt later in this video. So stay with me.
The plan today was pop out with the dog to the location of a fort. Get a really good vantage point over one of the valleys nearby. Because for the past few... So ever since I bought my new 24-70 lens, either there's been like no clouds at all, or the weather's been dreadful. And earlier today, the clouds were fantastic. I thought, great, let's go out. Because 2 days ago, I was going to try and come here to photograph the alignment of the planets, but that was completely flat, overcast clouds, and I also got stuck at work. So, I mean, I just couldn't get out here on time. Yesterday, I went out for some drinks with some friends, and it was a cracking sunset. I got a picture on my phone, just at the train station. Nothing spectacular, but the colours were incredible. Even for a colourblind person that can't see reds properly, it was incredible. So I thought today, let's get out and about. Unfortunately, a few things have got in the way. I mean, the main road near where I live is closed. So I had to take a big detour. And as you can probably tell, I've got here a little too late. Also, this hill is very steep. What I'm going to do now is stop talking and try and climb this bloody hill. Okay, this is going to be hard to show on video, but that is vertical. And it's almost already game over time. So I think what we're going to do is head back this way, see if we can get a view over here. If I can get this guy to actually... a bit more of a hike than I was expecting to make today. Maybe another time. Let's see if we can't rescue something of this little trip. The one thing I really don't like about this setup is this dog and his lead is very much possibly intertwined with this tripod any moment. So let's try and get a shot and get out of here. Anyway, as I said, time to pack up and get moving home. Come on, here we go, here we go. That's it. Take two. This is about a week later, approaching the same spot but from the other side of the hills. This is about an hour and a half, maybe earlier. Tripod gets stuck in those. So another vertical ascent. I'll stop at someone part way through so I can talk without wheezing into the camera. I'm not even all the way up to the top, and I can tell you now for free, I would not have been monologuing on the way up with this. Holy moly, it's just vertical all the way. This guy, oh, he's loving it. He does not care one bit. Me personally, I mean, I want to get more fit, but this might have been oh god, I'm going to stop talking. Just pausing for a moment and taking a little look around. Not sure what the view at the top's going to be like, but a bunch of trees over there and that. They look kind of interesting from a couple of the angles a bit further down the path. So I'm thinking I'll get up to the top in a minute, and then if there's nothing too interesting, I'll come back down here. I have just noticed, you can't see it, but the guy in the bush over there, there's a lot of random people. More people than I was expecting up here. This guy wants to get moving though. Isn't that right, buddy? Alright, come on. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Finally panting, are we? About time. Okay, so just up there. Here's the top of the hill. I could walk for another 20 minutes and get there, but I'm seeing some stuff just in front. It looks, I might be able to do something with this. I'm gonna have a little poke around here, see if there's a spot that's sheltered from the wind, which, as you can see with the hair, it's a little windy up here. And the last time I was out, the wind caused havoc. Trying to take longer exposure pictures. I'm just going to struggle, I think, with there's a lot of haze, and I'm not particularly sure what I want to do with that. Alright, I'll get set up and we'll speak again. Note to self, buy a better tripod for this whole vlogging thing. This selfie stick extender thing is horrendous. Sorry, dog, for putting down in this terrain, honestly. Dreadful. Also, the camera's here, not here. Here. Right, so what am I doing? That's a question I ask myself a lot. What am I doing specifically here? Well, I'm trying to remember all the mistakes I've made in the past few times I've gone out shooting. So first, not manually focusing and trusting the camera's autofocus, and then getting a shot that goes all over the place. Second, trying to stay out of the wind so that this tripod setup here doesn't get knocked or buffeted, because a few of the images just have not come out very sharp. The next thing after that, I'm going to try and get an image. And I'm going to try and get something that's in focus, that's not completely overexposed or blurry. So I've used manual focus. I've using the focus peaking, but I've zoomed all the way in. I don't have an Atomos. God, it's so hazy. But I'm going to go f11 1 second. I've got a 10 stop ND filter, about 70mm. Should have put the shutter release timer on. Classic, every single time on this camera. It's in focus. I'm gonna experiment a little here, and then when I get some, I'll come back when I've got additional thoughts. Not massively feeling this location here. There are some people just over there as well. I'm going to go back the way I came. There was a tree that I spotted which might look really cool with the shadows and stuff. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more pictures here, pack up and move back down the hill and see if I can't get a better picture there. I should hopefully have plenty of time. The sun is, I mean, you just cannot tell with this camera at all, can you? Oh, there you go. There's a bit of time left with the sun in the sky. So I'm going to get moving ASAP. We have a new spot. Unfortunately, the dog is not a fan of it. He wants to go up the top of this other bit here. What I'm interested in is just over there. Now, I'd like to get a bit closer, but I can't get the dog. Merlin, I can't get the dog to come down. So I might have to just set up here. The sun is setting. I have some time. Oh, here we go. Come on, Merlin. Let's go down here, shall we? Oh, he's not going to go down there, is he? All right, well, let's get set up.
Well, isn't this embarrassing? It's bound to happen at some point. I've clearly, thinking I'm hitting the record button, recording a bit to the camera, and what I've done instead is stopped a different recording. Who knows? I'll have to keep an eye on this in future. So, the mild annoyance with this is I'm here taking pictures, and I'm actually talking about how I'm looking at a rock in the foreground, how I think that could be kind of interesting. And, you know, I got a couple of pictures here. One of them is the one with the rock. I've got another wider angle one. Mildly frustrating that I've severely clipped out the sun. Overall, I'm not too dissatisfied with the images from this. And I've come away with a few things to bear in mind for the future as well. I need to definitely utilize the user settings on my camera. Previously, I've always just stuck to manual mode. That will make sure I've got the vibration reduction turned off, which is apparently quite important for this type of photography. And other settings as well. Like I always use the all area autofocus for the rest of the time I'm using the camera. But I want to be using a single point just so I can place that in the image and then zoom in just to make sure I've got the image sharp when I'm taking the pictures. The main thing though, at the end of the day, is the dog. As you can see right there, I think he enjoyed himself just about. He was mildly uncooperative, but over time, hopefully he'll get used to the idea where I'm stood there, taking pictures and ignoring him for 20 minutes. All right, let's wrap this shoot up and get my closing thoughts on the experience. If you've lasted this long on YouTube, you have to ask people to like and subscribe. If you feel like it, hey. If you don't, that's also fine.
All right, all packed up, ready to go. Just enough light to walk back safely. Thankfully, this guy finally calms down. So we managed to get some pictures. So back to the car, breaking the rule I set myself again by walking and talking. But I can still see the car park down at the bottom. It's pretty busy. So I don't think trying to sign off down there is going to be anything more than pure cringe for me. Merlin, that's not the way. I think this been slightly more successful than the last couple. I think looking at the pictures, they'll be slightly more interesting than the last lot. The main thing I think is I actually got time today to think about what I was doing. Not just, you know, set the tripod up and fire off a few random clicks of the shutter and see what happens. I actually went back to where I was originally going to take, but now actually I'm standing here, and now I want to get the camera out again. But you know, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta call it quits. You know, I've got to get back to the car before it gets dark. Don't want the wife to worry, you know. Although the dog could stay out here for hours if he really wanted to, but nah, it's not worth it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try and release one of these videos maybe. I mean, I'll try weekly, but realistically it's going to take... well, this is taking me 2 attempts to film the thing. And then it's probably going to take me a week to edit it. So I'll try and get some stuff out. You know, it's not a job. This is me just trying to document getting better at photography, or just at least thinking about it more. Anyway, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Week's videos will probably come out every week or 2 to start with. We'll see how it goes. As I get better with DaVinci, as I get better with the workflow, it might be easier to just go out and snap some pictures and, you know, upload it. For the time being though, I'm learning a whole bunch of skills, but that's the point. That's the point of this. Learn how to use a video editor again. Think more about the pictures I'm taking. And also just get out, see some new places, have some fun. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, if you've managed to stay this long. And yeah, see you next week or 2. Ciao.